welcome all. Hello everyone. Glad to be here. Thanks for the invitation, Storj. We're here today to talk about how to unlock global collaboration with Iconik and Storj, and how this kind of revolutionizes media management once again. This is a bit of a preamble, but we have a very sad QR code today on the screen here. You'll see it bear fruit later in the demo, but if you can now scan it, it'll bring you to a web page. Click upload, select a picture you just took here today or anything you've seen this week, upload it, and then we'll come to that in a few minutes. So, what is Iconik? Well, Iconik is a true software as a service hybrid MAM to obviously manage media, to manage storage globally, whether it's on-prem or in the cloud. It allows you to discover this media remotely, in the office, wherever you are, to tag content manually or with AI, with transcriptions or object recognition or facial recognition. We'll come to the details of that later. It also allows you to share content throughout your organization, internally as well as externally, and also collaborate on this content, whether it's for editorial workflows, review workflows, etc. It also allows you to transcribe content with AI for again, more advanced speech-to-text searches, as well as integrate with any other third-party solution, other tools that we'll also take a look at in a minute. So the true beauty of Iconik is that it's made for the hybrid cloud. Whether you're a globally distributed network of employees, or you have content that lives both in Storj and on-premise, it allows you to do this regardless of where the content lives. Now, the brain of Iconik always lives in the cloud, so it's accessible from anywhere, whether you're on your phone or at home or in the office. You always have access to your entire media library. But that media can be stored anywhere, and hence also the beauty of the collaboration with Storj, because it truly gives you a globally distributed media storage system while allowing you to view and collaborate on that media from anywhere else. So the way that it works is that Iconik keeps low resolution proxies in the cloud. Obviously, we're not talking about low resolution. There's still HD quality content, but that's viewable from any device and anywhere in the world, regardless of whether the media is 8K and stored on a SAN in a data center. And again, it's completely independent whether you have 6 clouds object storages and 4 data centers globally. All that is visible through a single source of truth that is Iconik. We're also completely storage agnostic, so whether you have an edit share SAN or an Avid NAS or some no-name RAID or any cloud provider, Iconik can browse that and see that through the user interface. No data duplication is required, and the connectivity is truly a plug-and-play solution. We spoke about third-party integrations, of which Storj is a perfect example. So think of Iconik as the brain of your media operations, and then you have Storj as a globally distributed storage. You have a NAS in the office as your master storage, but you can also integrate with any other transcoding framework, AI service, or anything else that really needs to be connected for any user or for any programmatic workflow as well. Once all this is said and done, Iconik allows you to find this content extremely fast. So you have one single pane of glass to search from, regardless of the storage location, again, as we mentioned. A very powerful multi-factor search that can either be made for very simple users by keywords, or also by advanced user with Boolean operators and filtering and other metadata-based search as well. Once you've found what you're looking for, again, being a software as a service platform, Iconik allows you to work together in this content and collaborate, whether it's with commenting, annotating, sharing and making pre-cuts on content with in and out points, with on-screen drawing, with real-time reviews with other colleagues. Again, truly from anywhere. You could be on your phone or on your laptop at home, in Spain on the beach, and your editor, producer can be in the office and seeing exactly what you're seeing in real time. This makes obviously production workflows much faster and much more globally distributed. You can ingest easily as well through Iconik, which is a good segue to the little QR code we had before, which we'll look at in a minute. But also transfer data between storages. So let's say you are starting to work with Storj and have legacy content on a NAS. You can use Iconik to transfer that data or portions of that data from a legacy storage to a globally distributed storage like Storj in the cloud. And then deliver this content through Iconik for reviewal or use NLEs like Premiere to start editing this content. And obviously keep all this library tracked and visible in one place. AI is obviously the talk of the town. Iconik plays very well with AI. We have integrations with multiple AI services, whether it's for object recognition, facial recognition, transcription, and this obviously enriches the data that much more to make it searchable quickly and visible in Iconik. We're also working on our own facial recognition model. So this is a private learning model that lives only within Iconik. So this data isn't shared anywhere outside of your own workspace, but also not with anyone else's workspace. So you can train it to detect employees, keynote speakers, anyone else that it's in your archive, and make this much more searchable in the future. We like to use the tagline that we eat our own dog food, and as we spoke about integrations before, Iconik is built on a truly open, documented, free-to-use REST API. So if you do have any integrations or programmatic interface that needs to talk to Iconik where we haven't built the integration yet, you can leverage the API and build truly whatever you want that connects and speaks to Iconik. And if you don't have the capabilities of doing these kind of automations in-house that do require, coding and engineering resources, at IBC we're launching a new automation engine that will allow a no-code workflow to basically automate anything within Iconik without writing a single line of code. So again, going back to the Storj environment, if you have a specific project that is tagged with a specific metadata set and you need that to be transferred from a local NAS to a Storj globally distributed cloud storage for reviewal, you can set that automation in Iconik and have that happen behind the scenes without any user having to remember to click a transfer or to trigger a job in Iconik. And this is very expansive. The set of rules is pretty much infinite. It's an if this then that workflow that any admin in Iconik can create. But without further ado, let's look at what Iconik actually looks like in real life. I'm gonna pause this for a second and go over here. Now, I'm gonna have to drag this over. All right, so this is Iconik. So it's a very clean user interface to browse your entire media content. We see here on the top, it's a very generic search bar. Think of this as the Google search bar for your media. Whatever you look for, it'll scan metadata, transcriptions, facial recognition in the future, comments, file names on any storage. So you're not going from, I think I had this project on the Los Angeles NAS on folder XYZ, and you need to go to the VPN and terminal in and look for it. You just type it in the search bar and it comes up regardless of where you are and regardless of where the media is. And we see here now, we also already have some content that was uploaded remotely here from the IBC show floor of me. And this hasn't just been uploaded to Iconik, but it has been uploaded to the Storj globally distributed environment, which is now visible through the Iconik user interface. So not only can you use this for your own storage, but you can use this for a remote collaboration team by sending share links from Iconik for them to upload any content to your environment in a secure, fast, and organized way. And now this can be enhanced now with metadata. I can run a facial recognition against it. I can share it with further members of the team. I can open this in Premiere and start an edit from it remotely. The options are endless. You can see here everything's organized in collections. These collections are kind of virtual, so you can have multiple copies of the same assets in different locations, but we're not actually duplicating the content. So it allows you to organize something like an object storage like Storj in a more user-friendly way in collections, projects, locations for different users, etc. On the left here in the filters, but these can all be opened and closed at will, depending on what users prefer. I like to have the collections and filters open because it's a nice and cleanest view, but the way this can be expanded and viewed is very personalizable. So here we have multiple faceted filters that automatically update on content when I'm searching. So let's say I'm looking for drone shots, but I want to make sure that it's only video. I can toggle on the video filter, and let's say I'm only looking for HEVC video. It automatically updates on any content. As you can see now, we are on the IBC Wi-Fi, which is probably not the best internet connection in the world, and I'm browsing 4K content that lives on the other side of the world on a NAS in near real time. And if I decide to now open this content, I can hit play, and you can see it's pretty much flawlessly playing a high quality version of that content that lives somewhere else. Here we have all the metadata function, the metadata enrichment, the AI functions, commenting, etc. can all be done from a single pane of glass that is now the asset view. So we abstract this asset view from the storage view to make it more user friendly. Yeah, without dwelling too deep into the Iconik features, best you reach out to us for a personalized demo. So let's go back to the presentation, but if you do have any questions, come find me later, and we can look at any details or any specific workflows that are personal to you and your organization at a second moment. All right, let's get this. It's a matter of hours. All right, so going back to the power of Iconik and storage together. Iconik was built to truly democratize media management and make it globally accessible. So it's a perfect fit for Storj and their globally distributed storage environment to make the access global, but also fast, obviously cost efficient, which is also one of Iconik's main goals when it was created. It simplifies media management. I am not an engineer. I set up a Storj storage bucket in 3 minutes the other week, connected it to Iconik, and allowed you to upload to it in a matter of minutes. It's obviously very secure, and it can optimize workflows that then go beyond just simple storage and media management. And obviously, Storj is also banks on the idea of being sustainable, so you're not always just, you're taking care of your carbon footprint in the world. So to summarize what we looked at today, Iconik as a media management software as a service solution is flexible and fair. There are no minimum commitments when it comes to user numbers or storage amounts. You can be a two-man team that just needs a clean interface for media management, or you can be a globally distributed organization with millions of assets and thousands of users. Iconik scales automatically. It doesn't require any system engineers that do that for you. It all happens as you go. And it's pay as you go, so whether you're starting small and growing big, there's no need to, again, scale that environment yourselves. It all happens automatically within Iconik. If you have any questions, come find me or the Storj folks here or at the Iconik booth, or otherwise we'll be around for the next few minutes to take any questions. Thanks for joining. Thanks again for Storj for allowing us to speak here today, and hope you have a good IBC.